guys, and happy 23rd of December. It's Christmas Eve tomorrow. It's been a crazy month, like just December has been crazy, but looking back on the entire year, I've had quite a year. No, it's 1 year later. This is me, Elise, a year later from the video that I did last year. I've tried to recreate it a little bit. As you can see, I'm wearing the dress I wore last year. Tried to do kind of the same lip and makeup, and I'm sitting by my desk 1 year later. So today I would like to talk to you guys about my year 2017. I know it's a bit late. We have already begun on 18, but I think looking back is so healthy, and also it's gonna be so much fun to look back on these videos like 5 years from now, to see where I was and how I felt about the previous year. So let's get started with this video that's going to be personal and private, but we've done that before, haven't we? So 2016 overall has been kind of a frustrating year for me. It's been a roller coaster emotionally, and also when it just comes to everything that I've experienced, it has been with ups and downs all of the time. So the year began me alone in my apartment. January, I just moved in here and was single for the first time in 5 years. And I think in the first couple of months in 2017, I kind of just put a lot of effort and thoughts and energy into making my own space here in my new apartment. So I spent a long time painting furniture and decorating, and I tried to just put all of my mind, thoughts and effort into that. In January I'd also just begun my treatment, my Accutane treatment, and it was not insane. Like, I know that some people have a lot more side effects than I had, but my lips were drying out, my skin was just so sore and dry, and basically your entire body is just super duper dry, and there's not anything really that you can do about it, because it is what the pills are supposed to do, just dry you out completely. But even after that month, I had seen so many changes in my skin. Like, you guys know that you're on this, or maybe you don't know, but you're on this medicine for half a year, and it's been half a year after I stopped on medicine, after I finished it, and my skin is looking better than it has ever looked. So slowly spring came and I started applying for some different educations, and I don't know, I didn't really put a lot of effort into my applications or actually going up to these tests, so I didn't get into any of these things. Also, they're all three some very popular educations, so if I wanted to get in, I would have to just try a little bit harder, I think. That was what I learned, but I learned a lot from it, and it was okay. And it was also in the springtime that I started dating. It was time to start challenging myself. I'd been alone for half a year about, and it was time to start doing things. I had been on Tinder and I'd been like chatting with guys, but I didn't have, or earlier I hadn't got the courage, or just like I didn't really want to meet up with anyone. But now it was about time to start challenging myself. I know that I am a big introvert, and if I get too comfortable just being on my own and not like challenging myself or anything, I'm gonna be completely okay with just being on my own all of the time. So it was about time that I started doing something. So at first I decided that I was gonna follow a couple of rules, and basically the rules were that I weren't allowed to say no to going on a first date. And I was gonna say yes. In general, I was gonna say yes more than I had previously, but when it came to dating, I couldn't say no to a first date. So basically, I found myself on 3 dates, 3 different dates, 3 days in a row. And after that, I think I lost my breath a little bit. It was okay, it was completely fine, it was very cozy, some sweet guys and everything. But 3 different dates, 3 days in a row, when you've been used to like just being on your own at home, being single, that was a major step. So after those 3 dates, I just had a step back and I was like, okay, maybe I should be allowed to say no, because this is gonna be too much for me. But basically I have been dating quite a lot this year, and it has taught me so many things, but we'll get a bit back to that later. On May the 2nd, my birthday came and my family and I spent the day in Legoland. We used to do this when I was a kid. Then we would take the day off and just go to Legoland and spend the day. So we did that even though I was turning 23. We decided to go to Legoland as when I was a kid, and it was a super duper day. Like, I really enjoyed that. And May was also the time for Luna's birthday. She turned 1 year. So I've now had this small fool for more than a year, which is honestly a bit crazy. Like, she's my baby. She is the first living creature I've had to take 100% care of and responsibility for. Like, she is completely and totally my responsibility, and that is a bit scary sometimes, but I love her, and she's not that big of an issue, really. She's pretty easy. Not that easy though if you're considering getting a rabbit. It's not just easy. In June the summer arrives, and summer is my favorite time of the year. I went to Tinderbox. It's a festival with some of my friends. I saw like Kings of Leon, Jimmy Eat World, Lucas Graham, so many great artists, and that was cool. And we also went to Greece with my family. I was sick for the entire week, like poor me. But it was a great week. It's one of my favorite memories from 2017. We had been talking about traveling together for so many years, and now we finally did it, and it was great. In August I got busy with badminton and football, so I was playing badminton 2 times a week and football 2 times a week with games in the weekend. There were a lot of things to do. And I also got a visitor from the UK, another challenge for myself because I didn't know him. I had a visitor, a total stranger from the UK, who came and saw Denmark. I showed him around and he stayed in my apartment, and that was another challenge for this introvert me in 2017. Another thing that have really helped me grow throughout the year. And also it was in late August that I broke my knee. And yeah, broke a ligament in my knee and couldn't walk for a couple of weeks, and had a lot of training up my knee afterwards again, and that was a hard time. So back to the dating. In November, after I'd been on 13 different dates this year, so I've met up with 13 different guys and went on dates throughout 2017. I think that's a lot. And some of them I've had like second date with as well. So a lot of dates. Okay, how many have I had second date with? Like, I think 3 of them maybe. But still, I thought I had found someone that I really liked. I really enjoyed his company and we had a lot in common. But after a month's time where we had been seeing each other like 6 days a week out of 7, like all of the time, it all just broke apart. And it was just when we were gonna get started with December. So it was like in the end of the year that I was so happy. I finally found someone, and was really happy with him. And then it just didn't work out for some reason that were totally unexpected. So that hurt me a lot. And that leads me back to this roller coaster that I feel like when we look at how my year started and how my year ended, not a lot changed. I didn't get into any education so that I got closer to what I really want to do. I didn't find new love. Like, so many things are completely the same when we look at the beginning of the year and the end of the year. But when we look at inequality, and that's why it's so important to sit down and look back on the year, because I've been going through such a big process and progress when it comes to my the person and all of these things inside of me, because I've kept challenging myself throughout the year. I might not have made the goals yet, but I've kept challenging myself so that so many things have grown. Like, I don't get really nervous when I have to meet someone that I don't know anymore. I don't get nervous when I'm gonna go to a job interview. I don't get nervous talking to people that I don't know, and I feel completely okay with challenging myself and doing like weird stuff, such as inviting a total stranger to my apartment. And so many aspects when it comes to those things have changed this year because I challenged myself. Therefore, I don't regret and I don't look back on this year completely like grey and sad. Like, so many good things have happened even though it feels like nothing really happened. And that is why it's so important to sit down and look back. And also, I talked to my mom about this, that things might not have progressed that much this year. Like, it might seem like things are completely the same, but that's still better than things are going in the wrong direction. Like, we still have a strong and happy, healthy family. So I'm still strong and happy and ready to fight for my dreams and stuff. So it's not because we've been going backwards. We might just not have progressed as much as we thought in 2017, but we are ready to do that in 18. So that was basically my year, like overall. Of course, there is a lot of details that this video could last forever if I had to include all of them. But basically, that was my year. Ups and downs, but a lot of progress when it comes to my person. So as last year, I think I also asked you guys to leave 3 things down below that were great in 2017. It could be things that you learned, things that you want to take with you to 2018. The best things from 2017, because it's so nice to sit down and reflect, and I would love to read what you guys have experienced in 2017. So thank you so much for watching this video. I know that it was a bit late, but I really wanted to put it up so that I can look back on this years from now and see how I felt about the previous year. So thank you so much for watching. Who knows, next year I might have my dreadlocks again, I might have a boyfriend, I might have been approved for an education, you never know. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see what and where I am in a year from now. Bye guys.